Und damit willkommen zurück zu The Great Ace Attorney Results 2 Chronicles, meine Lieben. Wir waren hier stehen geblieben bei diesem netten, aber feinen Cliffhanger, würde ich behaupten. Dementsprechend, mal schauen, was dabei überhaupt dieser noch rauskommen wird. Did Mr. Gossip's words just now lead you to remember something relevant, perhaps? It was the other day when I was looking for a place near the park, a small house or something. Could be the heat covers of your red heat legal, yes. I visited an housing agent on Lime Street and there I saw him. This man was paying money to the agent. What? Mr. Gossip was a housing agent? Oh, he had some kind of contract in his hand and they were clearly discussing terms. But no, you're mistaken, chum. I've never left a Fresno Street, me, like I said before. You have mistake me for someone else, someone with the same face. No, the cape is right. I remember it too. He was paying the man with the banknotes. With notes. Like I said, that wasn't me. I was curious, why is this a man with the dirty clothes had so much money? So I looked at the name and on the papers, and what name was written, Mr. Gossip? No, this man was he lies. He tells you that he has a no name, but in fact his name is Hugh Bone, who is better than Mr. Gossip, I think. See? No! Hugh Bone? War das nicht das Zimmer, was angemietet gewesen war, in dem unser armer Mr. Gregson gestorben war? I'm a peddler of tidbits of information, like I said, on Fresno Street, and that's that. I don't much like folk talking about my personal life. Junge. Indeed. And it is not the intentions of the court to invade the privacy of witnesses. Very well, I shall respect your wishes, sir. The aforementioned name shall be redacted from all court records of this trial, assuming no objection. Und doch kommen sie, I guess. Muss man mal fairerweise sagen. I'm sorry, my lord, but the defense does object. Because the name just mentioned has a very deep significance to this case. Good creatures, do you similarly objections, prosecutor Osogi? As it happens, my lord, that particular name has already been mentioned during today's proceedings. Will I never in what capacity? Capacity? Das wurde aber schon mal nachgeschaut, aber Kapazität. Aber ich habe sie leider nicht genommen. Hook down the name of the leaseholder of the room. Let me put this very simply. The victim's body was discovered in your rented room. Heißt das, wir müssen dann I suggest, sir, that you start talking. Well, alright. I suppose that may be the case. Etwas, das ändert sich jetzt einfach mal fairerweise sagen. So, your real name is Hugh Bone. Well, just between us, I don't like to blow me own trumpet, but there's no thinner peddler of tidbits in town. I happen to be able to afford a creepy little room in a falling down backstreet townhouse. Do you? And once every 6 months I go and pay the rent to the agent on Lime Street. I remember now. There were 2 vulgar red heaths in there last time. If either of us is a girl, it's not me. Sick again, Peppino. Why didn't you bring this up before? It's like I told you already. I don't like talking about my personal life. I'm a tidbit peddler. As far as everyone else is concerned, no views. You will update your testimony to include this most surprising revelation, Mr. Bone. Yeah. If I must. So, the leaseholder Scotland Yard has been looking for since body was discovered. Has been here under our noses all along. I rent the room where that fella was found. It's true for that different makes. Müsste man das ja eigentlich nennenswerterweise gesagt präsentieren. Und oh nee, okay, das war totaler Fail. Okay. Also okay, da bin ich wahrscheinlich bei Fahrer reingefallen. Was muss ich fairerweise das sagen? Okay. Okay. Ich war dann Barschelbus. Ja. Okay. War ich falsch? Das war auch ein falscher Weg dann, I guess. So, you live in that room, presumably, do you? No, I don't live there. What do you think? There is no bed, is there? Just a desk. Then why would you want to rent it? Well, I don't think I should have to say really. Then how about the notice board in there? Ja, plus was ja dann bei der letzten Aussage so war. Naja. That happens. Which was a court from top to bottom in confidential documents only the police should have had access to. No, that's board, not mine. The inspector must have brought it along. It's only the other bits and bobs that belong to me, that desk and the chair and that. People don't generally carry enormous notice boards around with them. There's really this question, why was Inspector Gregson killed stairs in your room? Yeah, warum denn? Well, obviously, if not the finest idea. I mean, it's causing me no end of bother, to be honest. It seems to me that Mr. Bone, while Prater has little is known about his room as possible for some reason. Yes, it does come across as that way, and more importantly, knowing that sense of the crime is actually this room completely changes things. In particular, there's no one part of his testimony that's really bothering me now. That's how I'm finally going to undo his man. Da muss ich wahrscheinlich noch etwas anderes machen, I guess. Muss ich fairerweise sagen. You mean you have no family? No, none at all. I spend my days on Fresno Street peddling tidbits to passers-by, hoping just between us, as this is, that eventually someone else with lips like mine will come along. Don't think so. You may be right. Anyway, that mark on your neck is just too much of a coincidence for us to ignore. Well, that's a fella to do then. If you don't believe me, we're in an impasse. And there's nothing I can do but flick my lip. I look like I'm not going to get anywhere here unless I can present some proof. Jetzt muss ich das Gefühl, dass es einen Beweis gibt, den wir ihm präsentieren müssen. You're basically saying I got dressed that up and posed as some fancy inspector, aren't you? Well, it's beyond me how you think how to do that. Ich muss mal schön bei dir. Weiß ich schon, was man sagen. Aircraft friend Miss Virtual is what's found on decks. It's a sense of crime. Ich würde am liebsten, dass der so nehmen, die letzte Aussage. Irgendwie, ich weiß nicht. Muss mal fairerweise sagen. Weiß nicht. Gefühl das Bild, was ich gerade hatte, muss ich sagen. Ich weiß nicht. Muss man mal sagen. Irgendwie sagt es mir, dass man das nennenswerterweise der Aussage jetzt präsentieren müssen, aber ich weiß nicht, wohin mich das führt. Aber ich weiß auch nicht, in welchem Bezug das zu dieser Aussage hier steht. Sagen wir es mal so, wie es ist. Ja, fühlt sich total richtig an, aber ich kann es nicht begründen. Sagen wir es mal so, wie es ist, weil ich habe da jetzt halt keine nennenswerte Begründung dazu, muss man gestehen. If you have no keen folk as you put it, then explain why it is that among the space for things he found this photograph in the room. I presume as you've been renting the room that this photograph belonged to you. Does it not? Well, Mr. Bond drops the pretense and tells the crowd exactly who you really are. I don't know what you mean. I'm a peddler. I keep telling you so. You really don't need to bother with me. Please, just leave it alone. As the man says. Leave it alone. Whatever the truth is about this man's life, it has no bearing on this case. Because it's simply not possible that he impressed no net Inspector Gregson. How can you be so sure? Just look at the man. No amount of disgust could ever hide those unmissable features. But what if we were to look at this the other way around? What do you mean? Yes, Consul, what do you mean? Well, there's no denying that Mr. Bones lip is very prominent indeed. But consider the possibility that is prominent lip is itself part of an elaborate discussion. Then hiding that prominent future, in other words relieving this true face, would make an utterly impenetrable discussion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Hookbone? Good witness, are you still hiding the truth from the skirt? If that's a disguise, then underneath it is true identity must be. Yes, that's right. There's really only one person he could really be. My lord. The defense believes it can reveal Mr. Bones' true identity to the court. No, please, no. Very well then, Consul. What is the true identity this peddler who goes simply by the name of God on the street? Müsste das dann... Aber da müsste man doch das Foto von der guten Frau hier präsentieren. Weil das gäbe dann ja nennenswerterweise eigentlich Sinn, muss man sagen. Wobei, nicht von der Frau, das ist ja eigentlich bezogen auf die Frau. So, ich will mal meine Gedanken ordentlich sortieren. Bezogen auf diese Frau, muss man sagen, was man ja nennenswerterweise auf dem Bild gesehen hat, müsste er ja quasi ihr Ehemann sein. Sagen wir das mal so, wie es ist. Heißt also, wir müssen quasi Darley Mitchell hier präsentieren, quasi. Dementsprechend ergibt das dann mehr Sinn als sagen, dass wie ich es vorhin schon gesagt habe, nennenswerterweise die Frau hier zu präsentieren wäre totaler Bullshit und auch total falsch. Dementsprechend müssen wir dann ihn hier präsentieren, weil es geht um seine Realität, muss man sagen. Und nein, Transgender waren damals noch nicht so wirklich das Thema, wie es aktuell der Fall scheint. Dementsprechend haben wir es mal so, wie ist. Your real name is actually Mr. Mitchell, isn't it? Mr. Daley Mitchell. I don't recall that name. Consul, who is this Mr. Mitchell? It's a name I encountered yesterday, my lord. It has to do with a current client of Miss Herausgeber, a young gentlewoman. Ich will immer Gentleman sagen, auch wenn da Gentlewoman steht. Oh boy. Came to the detective asking him to locate her missing husband. The woman in this photograph, in fact, this is Miss Mitchell. What? From what I understand, you haven't returned home since the night before the inspector has found it dead. But of course, that night, as you were being held captive by the two red-heat legal men, and last night you were put by the prosecution service in preparations for testifying in his trial, because we'd been led to believe that you, Miss Venus, and Mr. Sandwich were almost homeless. Being important witnesses in this case, we needed to know where we could find you, of course, and that explain why you not only been able to return but also unable to contact your wife. The unexplained Bruce, being beside herself, was very waiting for you at the virtual residence. No, just you hold on a minute. What I'm talking about, really? It's a simple enough matter to confirm my suspicions. All we have to do is pull off that disguise. No, please. Bailiff, bring a soap, a sponge, and a wash bowl at once. Sponge, ach so, ja, Schwamm, Seife, Schwamm und ein Wascheimer quasi. Mr. De Rousseau and Mr. Ross, you will restrain the witness. Oi, my lord. See, my lord. No, stop. Get off, please. Don't. Hey, oh boy. Was kriegt er jetzt für eine Animation reingedrückt, fairerweise? Well, we are now seeing your true feature, I presume. Left your heater so the cat can see your face. It would appear that the defense counsel is the station was entirely correct. This has all been a very elaborate deception. So witnesses, tell the court, have you seen this man before? I don't believe it, but see, there is no question. This is the inspector we saw in the park. Extraordinär. Oh boy. Jetzt so langsam aus hier kommen wir da weit, aber immer näher und Schritt für Schritt. Muss man mal wirklich sagen. On the day of the Red Heat legal enrollment, a man claiming to be Inspector Gregson was appeared before Mr. De Rousseau and Mr. De Rossi in the park. Was you disguised as the inspector, or rather? Oh boy, was you poisoning as the inspector in no disguise at all? Mr. Mitchell was formerly employed as the chief warder at Parkley Prison. The chief warder? Then your career had promised, why you would quite possibly have become the future governor of the prison. What on earth have you been doing peddling tittle-tattle on Fresno Street? Well, it's been 10 years since Mr. Virtual worked at the prison. 10 years? Ja, das war da wohl auch nicht viel zu sagen, muss man gestehen. I'm really dreadfully sorry about all of this. Yes, it's true, I'm daily vigil. And you were the chief warder at Parkley Prison 10 years ago. Mann, das war sein aber auch schon nennenswerterweise Sprache, das muss man sagen. So, where did Mr. Hugh Bone came from? Bone is the other me. It's a name I invented. Well, evidently there is a great ideal under the surface here. I'll explain everything. Das wirst du aber nicht jetzt machen, mein Lieber, sondern das machen wir im nächsten Part. Vielen Dank fürs Einschalten und macht's gut. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Auf Wiedersehen.